So we're using my pattern for creating summary. So we don't have in this particular postgraduate unit time to teach you my model. It's just too late. Sometimes I don't think it's necessary, but basically we use my summary of the fable in order to now help you to create a summary of your assignment, which will help you then with your writing, right? So the assignment is, so what it is about, right? So the first sentence is what it is about. So we finally, after some struggle, decided that it's about the laws or practices that guarantee. It's about the origins, right, or expectations, or whatever, about academic, about whatever guarantees the academic freedom. Where does it come from?
Exactly.
To demonstrate this, to demonstrate what? The vagueness of the need for addressing this problem. The assignment, okay, so demonstrate the need for addressing this problem, right, which is the significance of the study. Why are you doing this? The assignment contrasts the origination of the concept of academic freedom and what? Against what? And what?
Against its current
so the
against its current
just wait.
Against how it's currently used or utilized.
Of the concept. And all right, so let's have a look. So that was the focus. Now this is the disturbance of the problem.
Yep.
Now let's have a look at dialogue. So has this so in the assignment illustrates that in the past, this is just a draft, right? That in the past, how were
the assignment illustrates that in the past, Australian universities borrowed concepts from the United States and applied them into their own working model of what a university is meant to, what the purpose of the university was.
See, I'm not good. Never good enough. So
No. Okay.
I don't know how to use that. The first time I'm stuck.
Yeah. The assignment could illustrate the changes that have occurred from Australian universities borrowing concepts from the US and how that has differed but is still affected by changes that have started to occur in Western universities.
So you don't contrast this. I think that will be development. The assignment, that will be development, how you do it, right? So that's different. Think of the thesis, how it's structured. So this is the structure of the thesis. So disturbance, to demonstrate the need for addressing disturbance, contrast. It's not. It's something must have happened that made you think that there is a need for it. So to demonstrate the need for addressing this problem, the assignment contrasts how these expectations have changed. Something you are contrasting.
The basis of freedom of speech, when it was conceived, to how it is implemented today.
Then you said exactly what you did here, what you said before.
Okay.
To demonstrate the need for addressing this problem, contrasts. No, you need two partners. You need two events. Maybe the assignment is not doing what you're thinking it is doing.
Well, if we simplify it down to a maths equation, originally academic freedom meant A. And now, in the present day, which is
what is
hundreds of
originally it meant what?
Originally it meant A.
What? A?
Yeah.
That's what I hear.
Now it means B.
You really said that. Contrast.
Or now it doesn't mean B, but instead it's no longer A.
This is good, but that's exactly how it should have gone. Contrast. Okay, so just right. If I'm in contrast, what do we say? To the change in the interpretation of the term from A as its earlier meaning to B as it is currently
Envisaged.
or practiced.
Practiced, yep.
Okay, just wait, let's see what happens next. To illustrate these contrasts, the assignment engages, this is primitive, okay, because I want to say investigates, but engages perspectives from basically who is, what do you draw on to get these contrasts?
I
Who's
draw
talking?
on past examples from the United States.
Examples. But why from United States when we are talking about academic freedom in Australia?
Okay.
Do you want to? You can include them, but you have to be sure that's what you want, because we emulate them. This is why you include them.
Yeah, pretty
from
much.
The US and how they had been, I don't know whether it's the right tense, emulated in Australia, comma, and examples, and compares that with examples with what?
With examples that exist
Today. This is today.
today.
So this is not just from the with examples of
With current examples.
with current examples from the US and Australia, with current
Yes.
examples
Yes.
from the US and Australia. Development now. Oh my God. So what is gonna happen? In order to investigate the what? The assignment is about the laws of practice. The issue of academic writing.
Freedom.
Sorry, this is I teach academic writing. That's why.
It's okay.
In order to investigate the issue of academic freedom, assignment.
The assignment will.
No. Does. What does it do? The assignment.
The assignment will research the origin.
We just said that.
So just. We did.
Just until the assignment engages perspectives. First, the assignment identifies what will you be identifying when you examine those examples? Identifies
the assignment identifies the outside influences that are
the common
that are recreating the narrative. Or reshaping the narrative.
Oh no, why reshaping? Just wait. The assignment attempts to identify the principles that govern the academic freedom narrative
and how they have been shaped
in the past and how just wait.
Yep.
Principles that governed academic writing in the past and factors that appear to
have influenced them.
Have influenced them. Next, what?
Probably need to outline the difference between the United States and Australia.
That's the principles. Both in the US and Australia, right? So you got that. That's what you got the past. Next,
okay.
The study examines.
The study examines the primary sources of contention that have disrupted and
the well-established practice.
Yes.
The practice. Okay. Next, study examines the primary sources of contention that have disrupted the well-established practices. So resolution, which is the finding. You don't know yet, so you will just. So this is the findings, the resolution, right? The study will do what? The findings of the study. The findings of the study illustrate.
Or highlight.
No.
Or illustrate. The findings of the study.
You don't know.
Illustrate.
Do you know? You don't know. Because this is assignment 1, 2, and 3 in one, right? This is like an abstract. highlight something, okay? And the moral, which is the take-home message, right? Take-home message you will have to have. Not now, you don't have to tell me, but it has to come out. I think if you do this for assignment 2, keep on writing assignment 2 within the assignment 1, or I don't know, I just need to have the whole text, okay? So if you do...
That's handy. That really helps cement what I'm doing and what exactly I'm doing. That's great.
All right. So that's great. It is. It takes a bit of, as you see, I am myself not very proficient in my own model, but I think it's going to be like this forever because one has to think a little bit about these things, you know.
Oh, definitely, yes.
And when I went to dialogue, I had to change the disturbance because I could see that things were not focused enough.
Yeah.
Because that conversation between Australia and America belongs to the dialogue, right? And what really in the disturbance is the meaning has changed. And that's a real problem.
Okay.
So I think that this could be even your introduction, right? Where you actually signal that there is a problem, right? You talk about academic freedom as a thing that has been actually known to exist or believed. Then you can demonstrate here that there is a change. You don't have to explain the change, but you can actually demonstrate that, you know, several authors in the literature or whatever made you think that there is a change. So you will examine it by looking at those things which you mentioned in the dialogue, right? And then you do that.
Yep.
And then the last assignment will be resolution. What the heck we found out?
Yes.
So we don't need to go there. All right, friend, can I finish now?
Yeah, you can. Just be prepared for me to bombard you with a couple of things that I came up with when I started searching.
Yeah, that's all cool.
Through the week.
That's all cool.
Fantastic.
So, James, I'm gonna send you this particular thing. So,
Okay.
it's an abstract or outline, whatever it is, right? So you will have it. Doesn't look this good with that. I'm just gonna decorate it now with colors because the colors didn't come out. I'm just doing that. Right, it's gone. All right, so
Fantastic.
if unless you have some more questions, I would really like to stop and think about it because you can see this is really always challenges me. There's more, of course, to this whole thing, but this is pretty much the essence of my model. So
yeah, that's great. Thank you, Ania.
So it helped you a little bit?
Oh, it definitely helped me. I think I'd fallen victim to focusing on what I wanted to rather than what I should.
Yeah, we all do. We all do.
Yeah.
That's called the inner bias. You know, we always.
Yes.
It's hard to follow the system. You have to follow the system rather than your views.
Like I was like, okay, this is definitely the problem. So I really want to focus on this above all else. But just focusing on that problem alone doesn't really help with the actual structure of the assessment.
All right, my friend. So I'll see you on Wednesday, right? And by all means, write to
Wednesday?
me.
Yep, sure.
Yeah, Wednesday. We normally meet on Wednesday, except that I was a little bit out of shape yesterday.
Well, I hope you're feeling a lot better.
Totally. I didn't eat anything, you know, so it probably wasn't the illness I used to get when I go sometimes to different countries. Sometimes I get really like almost dead. But, you know, I just can't. Maybe it was water. I don't know. I changed, you know, something. I don't know. Anyway, it is as it is.
Alrighty. Well, take care, and I'll see you. Well, I'll talk to you on Wednesday then.
Yes, and if you have something to share, please let me know.
Thank you again, Ania.